After reviewing decades of clinical research on natural compounds that influence blood sugar, I found 3 leaves that genuinely impressed me. Not because of traditional medicine claims or internet hype, but because peer-reviewed studies show they contain specific molecules that inhibit glucose absorption by up to 40%, improve insulin receptor sensitivity, and reduce arterial plaque formation. Bay leaves, guava leaves, and mulberry leaves. Each works through completely different mechanisms at the cellular level. And when combined with proper medical care, they may offer support that most people never knew existed. Today I'm walking you through the actual science, the specific compounds, and exactly how to use them safely and effectively. Before we continue, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from. And if you're managing blood sugar issues, type what your biggest challenge is so we can address it together. Let me be clear from the start. These leaves don't replace medical care, prescriptions, or guidance from your healthcare team. What they do is support your body's natural regulatory systems through specific bioactive compounds that have been studied in clinical settings. We're talking about molecules that influence how quickly glucose gets absorbed, how effectively insulin signals cells, and how well your vascular system manages inflammation. Let's start with leaf number 1, bay leaves. Most of us have bay leaves sitting in our spice cabinet right now. What most people don't know is that bay leaves contain an extraordinarily high fiber content, about 26 grams per 100 grams of dried leaf. This fiber, especially the soluble fraction, slows glucose absorption in your digestive tract, preventing the sharp post-meal spikes that damage blood vessels over time. Bay leaves also contain about 120 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams. This is crucial because magnesium is one of the most common deficiencies in people with diabetes. It helps muscles absorb glucose more effectively and has been shown in research to improve A1C levels by approximately 0.4 to 0.6 percentage points when deficiency is corrected. Beyond minerals, bay leaves contain polyphenol and flavonoids, plant compounds that act as powerful antioxidants. These activate cellular pathways that improve how cells respond to insulin. Research suggests these compounds may help reduce fasting glucose by 15 to 20 points and decrease post-meal spikes by approximately 15%. Bay leaves also contain essential oils, particularly eugenol, that enhance insulin receptor sensitivity. Some studies have associated these oils with A1C reductions of 0.3 to 0.5%. Here's how to use them practically. Daily use is 1 to 2 dried bay leaves per day, either steeped in hot water as tea or added to cooked foods. For bay leaf tea, take 2 dried leaves, add them to 250 milliliters of water heated to about 80 degrees Celsius, not boiling. Let steep for 10 minutes, strain, and drink warm. You can add cinnamon for additional glucose benefits. The combination of fiber, magnesium, polyphenol, and essential oils creates multiple supportive mechanisms working simultaneously. Leaf number 2, guava leaves. While many people know guava fruit, far fewer realize that guava leaves contain an impressive array of compounds that influence glucose metabolism. Guava leaves contain extraordinarily high levels of polyphenol and flavonoids, with total polyphenol content reaching approximately 1,700 milligrams per 100 grams of dried leaf. These compounds neutralize free radicals and reduce oxidative stress inside your arteries. Since oxidative stress drives arterial inflammation and plaque accumulation, reducing it helps blood vessels remain flexible and resilient. This naturally supports healthy blood pressure and reduces oxidation of LDL cholesterol. Guava leaves also contain about 142 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams. Beyond immune support, vitamin C directly improves endothelial function, meaning the cells lining your arteries can relax and expand more effectively. This improves blood flow and reduces cardiovascular risk. What makes guava leaves particularly interesting is how their bioactive compounds activate signaling pathways that improve how cells respond to insulin. Your liver produces less excess glucose, and your muscles utilize it more efficiently. This translates to lower fasting glucose, fewer dramatic spikes after meals, and gradual A1C improvements. Studies show regular consumption can reduce total cholesterol, triglycerides, and LDL while increasing protective HDL cholesterol. For practical use, take 4 fresh or dried guava leaves and place them in 500 milliliters of water heated to about 90 degrees Celsius. Let steep for 10 minutes, strain, and drink warm. Consuming this before breakfast or before a carbohydrate-rich meal may help flatten your post-meal glucose curve. The typical recommendation is 250 to 500 milliliters of guava leaf tea per day. Research suggests fasting glucose may decrease by 10 to 20 points, post-meal spikes may reduce by approximately 15%, and A1C may decline by up to 0.5% over time when combined with other healthy habits. Leaf number 3, mulberry leaves. This contains what researchers consider one of the most fascinating glucose-regulating compounds found in any plant, a molecule called DNJ, or 1-deoxynitromycin. DNJ inhibits digestive enzymes, specifically alpha-glucosidase, which means your body absorbs sugar more slowly from the foods you eat. In human clinical studies, mulberry leaf extract containing DNJ added to a high-sugar meal reduced peak glucose rise by approximately 40% and peak insulin levels by around 40%. This demonstrates a powerful ability to blunt glucose spikes right at their source. Beyond DNJ, mulberry leaves contain flavonoids like rutin and chlorogenic acid that support immune function and improve glucose metabolism pathways at the cellular level. These help reduce chronic inflammation throughout your vascular system, making arteries less prone to stiffness and plaque formation. The magnesium in mulberry leaf supports glucose transport into cells, which decreases circulating blood glucose. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure and protects kidney function. Calcium supports vascular muscle tone, helping arteries relax instead of becoming rigid. Clinical research on mulberry leaf supplementation has shown measurable reductions in fasting blood glucose, A1C levels, and fasting insulin over time. For practical use, take 5 to 7 dried mulberry leaves and pour 500 milliliters of hot water at about 90 degrees over them. Let steep for 10 minutes until the water takes on a deep earthy color. Drink warm before breakfast or before a high-carbohydrate meal. The typical recommendation is 250 to 500 milliliters of mulberry leaf tea per day, consumed before meals for optimal glucose-modulating effects. If you're taking diabetes medications, monitor your blood sugar carefully to avoid hypoglycemia. So we've explored 3 leaves, bay, guava, and mulberry, each with unique compounds that research suggests may support blood sugar management and cardiovascular health. These aren't miracle cures. They're evidence-based options that work through specific cellular mechanisms when combined with proper medical care, balanced nutrition, regular movement, and adequate sleep. The key is consistency, appropriate portions, and understanding how these leaves work so you can use them intelligently and safely. If you stayed through the entire video, type "clear" in the comments. Even one word helps this reach more people who might benefit. Have you ever used any of these leaves? Are you curious to try one? What questions do you have? Share in the comments below. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone managing blood sugar concerns. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more evidence-based approaches to metabolic health. Remember, small informed choices made consistently over time create meaningful improvements. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.